Good morning everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be calling this yet. This could be this could go under the Built to Bought banner that I wanted to create a while ago. This could go under Dead Set, we don't know. But yeah, welcome to my 2000 s03 Honda Civic EK, slightly race spec, Jap inspired build. I'm currently calling it the Pig because there's quite a few issues that need to be sorted with it, and in today's episode we're actually going to go through to my mechanic friend, Honda specialist guy Anton out in Fishhook, and we're going to sort out some new throttle bodies. We're going to sort out a whole bunch of refurb on the intake manifold and see if we can clean up the plenum and then change the cone filter that's on it, because currently this thing's not idling right. The cold start is horrible. It's running super rich, and anything over about 3,500 RPM and it's just breaking up for days, losing a whole bunch of power. So I should be sitting on about 100 kilowatts, but doesn't feel like I'm sitting more than 60 at the moment. So yeah, we need to go fix a whole bunch of work that was done incorrectly, and I'll see you guys over at the workshop. Bye. Cool, so we're here at Anton's shop in Fishhook, Cape Town, South Africa, and as per usual he's just ragging on my car, telling me all the bad things about it. He's also gone and changed the name of the car for me to Turd rather than Pig, which is thanks Anton. So what we're doing today is, very long story short, the wrong throttle body is in the car. So the ECU and the throttle body aren't communicating with each other, and neither of them are communicating properly with that bad boy over there. Also, it's got a really crappy intake system, and they sprayed like Raptor or whatever you guys overseas call it on the whole plenum and intake. So we just need to sort all those things out, and then through that we're hoping that we're able to get the car to idle properly, to cold start, and to run a little less rich than King Charles III. See you in a few minutes. We come back to you with a lot of water and coolant on the floor. We're going to be taking off the throttle now so we can try to get to the bolts. So with these intakes, there is a bolt right underneath the intake manifold. So it's under there somewhere. Oh. Hey, shush. My South Africans in the comments will know what that sound is. Oh, it's a guinea fowl. I'm having a bad day, dude. I thought that was a hardy dog, but it's a guinea fowl. Okay, we try this again. So to get to the bolts, there's two bolts, two 12s that go underneath the intake manifold over here. So it's underneath here. We are going to take off the throttles, which helps anyway because we need to change the throttle for a 150i throttle body anyway. So what we have on here now, the crap that the shop before us did, is they kept the 150i loom, so the ECU and everything and all the stuff's from a 150i, and then they put on essentially a D16Y9-ish motor, so it's a 160i motor, but they've kept the 150i loom and ECU, so none of the things are communicating with each other. So we've got really bad idle, really rough starts, but they've done a lot of other crap that we're finding. Anton, what are you finding? How does that throttle look?
Broken gaskets.
Well, there we have it. Can you show that to me again when you have a chance? So we have broken gaskets on the throttle, which will also explain why it's idling at 1,200, 1,300 up and down. You can't even rag on this thing, like anywhere over about 3,000 RPM, and it breaks up really badly. It breaks up like it sputters and you can't even breathe. You can't, like, it's just fuel for days. So that is, yeah. Like, I'm no Smithsonian, but nor am I a mechanic yet, but I'm learning. So hence the fact that my hands are still mostly clean and Anton's are pretty fail. So yeah, I should preface this video with that. I'm not a mechanic, I'm a bodywork guy, but I'm learning the ins and outs, especially when you get a Honda, which, you know, is basically Lego. You need to start learning all these things. So Anton is an absolute legend. Anton's found something. Oh, this is the part that I was worried about him finding, this wiring at the bottom. Anton, what do you see? Oops, don't hit my camera, how dare you?
Breaking news.
It's all good.
It's just cable tied.
It is just cable tied.
Half of the idle control valve is cable tied to the back of the block.
So half of the idle control valve is cable tied to the back of the block. There's a I can't even breathe. Who does this? Anton. Did I just call you Anthony? I'm having a great day. So what happened? They cable tied the
cable tied half of the idle control valve to keep the engine check light off.
I don't know if you know this, but you want to have an engine check light on when you have issues with your car. I think over in the States you guys have a saying for stuff like that. I think it's called jerry rigging, or what I say is it just made absolute crap. So yeah, this relatively cheap Honda that I was hoping to spend nothing on and drive because Honda is so reliable is turning into a nightmare 3 days in. But you know what? As everyone's told me up until now, everyone who's owned Hondas and owned Honda, they say that it's not a problem, it's just something that you need a solution for. So once it's built right, it's gonna be Gucci gang. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. So it's a few hours later since the last time that I saw you. My head is not in the shot, but that's totally fine. So we've gone to the shop, we've bought new gaskets, we bought some flush because the radiator is disgusting on the inside. But now, I don't know how much you can see, but here, quite basically, the old gasket that they did, they put a gasket on, a decent gasket, but then they threw weird sealant on as well, which is a redundant practice. You don't need to do both. If you've got a good gasket, you don't need to seal. So I'm going to try and clean all of this out without scratching any of the aluminum. And this is going to be fun. Yes, this gasket got wrecked, eh? So we've obviously got full-on new gaskets for this, which we'll throw on. I need to get rid of all of this crusty ass nastiness. Guys, if you're going to build a car, especially if you're a workshop and this is your living, please do it right. Some poor arsehole is going to come along down the line and have to waste so much flipping money to do stuff right, which you could have just done in the first place. Blows my mind that people can take pride in this. Now, I am complaining, I understand. Sorry, throttle cable. But, you can see why I'm complaining. Look at this. I mean, no wonder I've flipping had bloody leaks. Ugh, okay, I'll see you a bit later. Okay, a little bit of feedback. Oh hi. So Anton has essentially done a few things. So if you look, hold on to that for a second. So if you look over here, we've had to make a plate in order to cap off the
old idle control valve. Mm-hmm. If I had to block someone's mess there.
And we have the
3-wire idle control valve in its correct location under the throttle body.
Yeah.
New throttle body, new gaskets, and cleaned up.
And it looks so much better. And if you look over here, I know the audio of this video is all over the place, but how nice is that new gasket? So the back of the head has been cleaned up. We've obviously made sure there's no shavings and stuff going into the ports, even though it's not an issue, it's just for me. Fixed up some wirings, little buggers, and threw a whole bunch of oil everywhere. But that new gasket is so flipping nice. So we're going to be rebuilding now and then we're gonna set up, do some sensor setups or whatever it is that he was saying, I can't remember, and then put it all back together. I'll meet you guys back after that. Cool, alright, I finally found a place. Oh, hold on, we're on wires. Finally found a place to put the mic, which should technically work. It looks like I got good volume. Oh, that new gasket fits like an actual glove. So the previous guys,
Just throwing nuts around.
so the previous guys, for whatever reason, they ran the wires through there, which doesn't really spark me as the best way to do it, because that is a hole where you get to the middle nut.
Which was loose.
Which was loose anyway. So even with the messed up gasket, I was already getting additional leaks from that loose bolt. So it's fine. We're fine. Here's another one. I wish you could smell the smell of pure petrol. Petrol! So yeah, so we're gonna do this, and then we need to just set up the TPS. Oh, hello, and good morning again. Well, morning? Yeah, morning. So, you might not know this, but there's actually a full day in between the last time that I was filming on the car and this time. So the rest of the video, the beginning of the video was on Saturday, day is Monday. And I have a few more things to do. My camera work is shoddy, I'm trying to hold a heavy tripod and those kind of things. But super long story short, I need to extend my tripod. And that means horrible camera work. I need to do some things here. So very long story short, I need to drain the radiator, and I need to drain all of the flush out of the system. So I did we did a radiator flush in it because the radiator was super crusty, and more than that, super rusty, which is not the ideal way to do it. So what I need to do is find out where the drain plug is on the block. Okay. No. I have no idea where the drain plug is now. This is awkward. I'm gonna find the drain plug quick. I'm gonna find the drain plug and I'll be right back. Okay, so with it being obviously not a regular flippin' D16 or whatever it is, it's the Japanese import ZC motor. I don't know if you can see that. There is no drain plug on the sump at the front, which means that somewhere at the back there is a drain plug. So, sorry Anton if you watch this video, I'm not even gonna look for that. I'm going to unplug the bottom of the radiator, which you can't see is down there. I'm gonna take the radiator hose out the bottom first, and then I'm going to take out so the top of the radiator pipe that goes into the cylinder head. I'm going to take that out so we have ventilation. I'm going to drain the whole radiator system that way, and you want to obviously take the top pipe off that goes into the cylinder head after the radiator pipe at the bottom of the radiator, so you get ventilation and you don't get buildup of bubbles. So put you back on the tripod. Try and do this in a way that I don't absolutely destroy everything with this piss poor water that's in here, excuse my language. Yeah, I also can't find any of my proper tools, so I am doing something a bit strange. I'm going to be using one of these. Oh wait, I just literally told you what to do and then did the opposite thing. Where are we here? This is going to make an absolute mess, and I know that. Oh. So unfortunately, as you can hear, I didn't get all the ventilation going in time, but we got there quick enough. So all of the water has now drained out of the bottom of the radiator. I'm going to let it go for a little bit. Don't know if you can see. Yeah, so the end of the water is draining out of there. There's still a little bit of rusty kind of corrosion that's in there. So what I've done is I've done a full flush on the radiator, or the whole water system has been flushed essentially. So yeah, let that kind of finish draining out for a few minutes, then I will reset it. Okay, now because I am still kind of in the whole flush phase of things, I'm just going to put tap water back in. That's not what you want to be doing. You should be putting in proper coolant into the car. How's it? Not tap water, but I'm going to be doing another flush on the system down the line. So tap water it is for now. So we need to make sure that we pressurize the system correctly. This is horrible. Need to clear that all out at some stage. Basically full. Just going to get some more water and then I'm going to come back and start the car, get it up to a little bit of temperature, and then see that we have no water leaks. Be right back. Okay, everything's back together. I've refilled the radiator. Please guys, don't use something like this to tighten it. I cannot for the life of me find any of my actual tools. So what I have done is I have just nipped it all. No, I've done more than nipped. I've made it as tight as I possibly can with this setup. Just making sure that the bottom hose is on right. Oh, it's just a dog way of doing things. This is what I'd call crap spec. Oh, you bloody bastard flip. Bottom pipe seems to be on right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire her up. And one thing that I forgot, am I recording? Yeah, one thing that I need to sort out as well is because I don't have big time bucks at the moment, I'm actually still waiting for pay to come through. That's the life of a person who works for himself in the bloody photographic industry. I'm going to fill up the reservoir just over max, so that when I take the car for a quick spin now, it should self-bleed itself. I'm going to just fire it up, see if it all fires up, make sure that everything's pressurized. And I guess you guys can listen to that. Sorry I'm erratic and all over the place. This is all pretty new to me. Come on. Pig. Oh, starts like a flipping dime. So like, if you consider this startup was first time start, it's got auto choke now works, it idles fine, no condensation on the first startup, which is actually kind of cool. It's my first start for the day. No condensation, sounds beefy. Already started pulling water down, which is good. Let's see, I have some weird induction noise because I don't know if you can see over there, there's a sensor that's in my intake pipe. That thing, the guys who did the work on it before, just like with everything on this car, did really crap work. So we can't get it to seal right now. So when I get a new intake, it'll be cool. Right, cool. I'm gonna just put a bit more water in it, let it run for a little bit, then I'm gonna cruise it around the village. I'll see you guys then. This car's so weird, like, it's got such a small baby radiator on it. But like, I was cruising down the mountain pass after testing it the other day, and it's obviously the radiator's on this side. It got so cold that I actually thought that I'd lost like all the water pressure in the car, because it was just like the temperature dropped to almost nothing. It's insane. But yeah, let me pack my stuff away and let's go for a cruise. Okay, this is gonna be some of the most bogus footage that I've give me some reverse that I've taken in my entire life, because I don't even have like a mini tripod or anything that I can hold while I do this very short cruise. But luckily I live in a little like village, essentially. It's like a little like quiet estate for like not super rich people, which is cool. See if I can put you there. Like, it's going to be a bit like, it's going to be rattly, but it shouldn't be too loud because obviously I have the mic here, but it's going to rattle. I'm sorry. Ooh. I'm sorry. I can't multitask. Like, it's multitasking for guys is not like the best thing in the world for us to do, or the easiest thing. I can put you down as we go over speed bump. Let's go visit my friend Neil. Neil builds his own stuff as well. He's working on a really cool Golfie at the moment. Everything seems to be working. My temperatures are coming up properly. I need to get it up to about a little bit over halfway temperature and then see if everything remains sealed, and we'll go from there. What I may do is hi, morning. Hi. Oh, I love everyone around here. This thing just sounds so loud and like angry all the time. It's pretty cool experience actually. Obviously not everyone likes it, because it is a 50mm straight pipe with a big old box in the back. Big old fart cannon, I think is the correct word. You could say it's a bit of a hot boy car, I think. Also, sorry for like the bad way that I'm doing video. I don't even know if the video is bright enough. I don't know. Like, this is all new to me. I usually shoot like lovely cinematic stuff and like camera reviews and stuff like that. So I'm learning, but I definitely want to make Project Turd, Polished Turd. I want to make it a pretty cool series on my channel as I go more into the car community. Oh, that lowlife though. I've never been happy to be called a lowlife in my life. Let's go see if this old man's awake. Go wake him up. I'll see you guys in a few. Ugh. Cool, so I guess to consolidate the video here, the pig is running fine. So yeah, all of it's done. I've taken it for a little test drive. No heating issues, nothing like that, no leaks, nothing strange like that. Running fine. So yeah, with the intake manifold and all that stuff sorted out, cleaned up, new gaskets, new 150i throttle body, or smaller throttle if you will, new intake, new sensors set up properly. We've got the throttle positioning sensor as well as the idle control valve. All of that is in the car now. Idle, starts, runs way better. So I guess that kind of consolidates the first little few issues in the car. So I'll see you guys in the next video where we I don't know, probably be something simple like trying to fix the window winding mechanism in the passenger side that doesn't work or something like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys soon.